Oh, glory to the Father, brother.
Okay, you guys ready for part 3? So in the previous videos, I discussed long-term hope for rehabilitation for PTSD, and then also short-term hope in the treatment of the symptoms of PTSD, of the injury itself. But let's jump into the next section. And this is probably going to be controversial. So bear with me while I kind of set this up for you so you can kind of understand. First of all, if you're suffering from PTSD and you're having problems with PTSD, or if you think you may be suffering from PTSD, you don't have to be a war veteran. You could be some poor soul out in the world that has something significantly terrible happen to them. We are all the same. No one's better than the other. Because of that, my thought is that we all have to transcend our current existence. We have to get better, a little bit better every day. And in this process of getting a little bit better, we have to learn from it. We have to clean our own room, so to speak. And once we've cleaned our own room, once we've handled our own PTSD, once we put that monster under control, we can then use it. Because PTSD is kind of like a superpower. Because we're at such a heightened level of stress, when we actually are presented with moderate levels to high levels of stress, we handle it pretty well. I've been presented with many different issues throughout my life that are pretty significant, to include the tornadoes in Tuscaloosa that destroyed the University of Alabama, to Hurricane Katrina, to my daughter's death, to my cousin's suicide. And because of my PTSD, I handled it wonderfully. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. We have 2 paths to take on a daily basis. These paths represent choices. One choice is self-destruction, where we get into a victim mindset that our lives are never going to be better. Then we start to hate ourselves, we hate our community, we hate our God, and that turns into self-destruction. The second better choice is self-fulfillment. And in this process of self-fulfillment, you have to get focused on small wins in your life so they become larger wins later on. And if we keep our eyes fixated solely on self-fulfillment, we're going to beat this injury. So ask yourself today, my PTSD superheroes, what path are you on? You're on a path of self-fulfillment or self-destruction.